We are going to do a little pantry makeover. And I don't mean just like reorganizing and putting some cute bins in there. We're actually going to take those wire shelves. They're getting out of here. We're getting wooden shelves. I'm going to paint that area in there. The whole 9 yards. We're doing it all. So we're going to start by clearing everything out of here. I'm actually just going to grab everything and go put it on the dining room table because that just seems like the best plan. I went ahead and got everything cleared out, and now my husband's going to get these wire shelves out of here. These things just were not working for us. The thing in the middle was very annoying. It was really hard to get everything in there, so he just went ahead, pulled those out, and then he filled all the holes. There was quite a few holes from all those wire racks, so we filled those. We sanded it down, and then we just gave this closet a fresh coat of paint. It just really needed it, and so we just went ahead and took care of all of that real quick. And of course, along the way, we cleaned up the mess because there's always a mess in construction. And I'm using this Danish oil in the natural. It is just a one-step finish. Stain Steels protects. I'm just taking my dry cloth and just quickly going over the board, making sure there's no little particles of dust or anything like that left behind. I did sand it down smooth, and I did wipe it down before, but I was just making sure there was nothing on there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take some of this and pour it out on the wood, and then just go all the way across the entire board. I wanted more of a natural look. I didn't want it to be stained any color. That's why I went with this particular stain, and I think it turns out really beautiful. But I just go throughout the whole thing and I just wipe the stain in really good. I come back, I wipe off the excess, and then I wait 15 minutes, and then I do a second coat. That is what it said to do on the back of it, and they turned out fantastic. Now that I got all that taken care of, my husband is going to go ahead and paint this closet out. There is nothing like a fresh coat of paint. It just does wonders. It's just totally worth it. We had all this out of here, and so we might as well just go ahead and get the whole entire thing painted. We did a fresh coat of white just to make it look crisp and clean, and so we just went ahead in here and got all of that taken care of. But I'm just telling you, it's the most inexpensive and easy way to just make your space look fresh and clean, is just to throw on a fresh coat of paint. Sorry, I know I don't sound the greatest. We have actually been pretty darn sick. Yeah, we were just, this is probably one of the sickest I've ever been in my life, but we were down for about 5-6 days. So, but now we're feeling much better. My husband went ahead and went out, and we have this little table saw, and he's just cutting the boards. If you guys watched my makeover video for the bathroom, you know I used this stuff, painter's putty, on accident in there to fill some holes, and this is what it's actually supposed to be used for. So I'm going to go through and I'm just going to fill in all these holes. I'm going to put some of this putty in there, and then once that dries, we're going to go through and paint them. I'm going to leave those painted with the wall so that all you really see, and yeah, this is our construction zone right now, but all you really see is the wood. I really want the wood to pop. I don't really want you to see all of the coconut. It's okay. She wants to go outside. She saw a chipmunk. We're gonna wait a little while for that chipmunk to run away until we go outside. But yeah, I want the wood to pop. So my husband did stick it in there, and I saw what it looked like, but I still want to go ahead and paint them. So I'm going to take the time and fill in all these holes and paint these, and then do another coat on the walls so that everything just looks fresh. You can see we did the first coat, but it could definitely use the second coat. So we're going to go ahead and give it a second coat, make it look all nice and fresh. and then I'll get the shelves put back in, and then my husband will screw them in tonight, and then I can put everything back in there. There we go. Okay, and then my husband will screw it in. So give me just a sec, and we'll go from 1 to done. We couldn't just stop at the pantry, so we had to keep going. But honestly, this front closet was perfect time to go ahead and get this done at the same time. We wanted to use the same wood. We kind of want to go with the same look. These are on the same floor, and so we just decided it would be best just to go ahead and take care of it at the same time. The only thing that we didn't do the same is use the paint, and it's because what we had available. We had, the closet was already partially painted with the bluish gray color. We already had it on hand, so we just went ahead and used that color, which is perfectly fine. But you can see my husband does the same thing. He's gonna build that little support onto the wall to make it to where we can set the shelves, and then I'm gonna put little things up there like hats and scarves and gloves and little things like that in a basket, and I'm gonna make this area look really cute. We're just gonna house just small items, and it's really just for maybe a coat for each family member, and that's about it. Our guests will have space to put their coats in here, and if they wanted to take off their shoes, I'm going to paint this cute little shoe rack, and we can go ahead and put our shoes in here. But this is really just going to be a very simple and easy thing that just updates this space tremendously. It makes it look so much more high-end just by finishing up the paint and taking out those old wire racks and just adding in some of my own custom built shelves. My husband went and bought all the lumber for this, so it was fairly inexpensive. I'm not very good at doing projects like this, but I'm getting better, and he's teaching me, which I'm grateful for because I love to learn, and it doesn't seem like it's too hard at the end of the day. So I'm super happy that we were able to tackle both these projects. But if you stay to the very end, I will show you me styling everything. I went ahead and busted out my spray paint because this shoe rack was still in great shape. There was nothing wrong with it. It's actually a 2 pieces. You can stack it all and have 6, or you can put them side by side and have 3 each. I went ahead and decided to use these in 2 different closets, so I'm just going to spray this 3-part down, and I figured if we are filling up more than 3 shelves of shoes, then it's probably time to go ahead and put them away in the closet. But I went ahead and sprayed the bar out, and look how fantastic that looks. I think it turned out great. I went ahead and put a basket in there, and in the basket it has just random things like umbrella, bug spray, sunblock, things like that we'll need during the day. It's still pretty warm here, and sometimes we might need these things, but up top in the basket, that's where the gloves and scarves and stuff, and I'll probably switch those out as the season change, so it's more accessible for the kids to be able to get the items that they need. But for now, this is how it's working. We don't really need the gloves or hats yet, but I know that'll be right around the corner. Here's an overview on how the pantry turned out. I'm just so much happier with these wooden shelves. I have plenty of room up front and plenty of room to store any extra stuff in the back. We got all of our canned goods, our regular items. I put them in bins because it's easier just to pull them out when you need them to make sandwiches for lunches and things like that. We have all of our dry goods and then all of our baked goods up top, but this is just mainly like the breakfast shelf right here with some rice on it. Here's some odds and ends, some pasta, some breads, some of our containers. Then we have our little lunchbox bin. Love that idea. Snack bin, just some other goodies, and then all these clear bins that we can grab, use, and then put right back. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great week.